One of my subscribers has asked me to rebuild the worst team in the NFL, but only using draft picks. And you guys may be saying, this is not really that hard of a challenge, but at the same time, I think it is, just because the sole fact of not being able to pick up 90 overall free agents is really hard in a 4-year rebuild, because I have to get this team to a Super Bowl in 4 years while just developing players. So if I don't get some X factors or superstars in my drafts, it's going to make this rebuild very, very difficult. Being able to have an immediate fix at the running back position, being able to trade for one would be huge, because running backs are a huge factor in simulation. So not being able to trade for one or get one in free agency and actually having to develop a running back that will give me good numbers will take a while, because Miles Sanders, I don't think he's going to cut it for me. 26, he has star dev, but he's going to start regression at 28, and being a 77 overall isn't really helpful. If he was an 85, maybe a different story. But for right now, of course, we're going to have Bryce Young as our quarterback. We have Jonathan Mingo as the receiver 1 just because of the star dev. O-line, it's been total trash this year. Ike Mekwonu has superstar dev, so that is an upside. Hayden Hurst as well. Taylor Moton, Austin Corbett's pretty underrated, but overall, just the offensive line has been bad, just because I think the offensive scheme is just awful, especially around Bryce Young. I don't think they're building it the right way. This offense and this team is moving in the wrong direction. So as of right now, I think they're the worst team in the league, but defensively, it's looking a lot better. Overall, Brian Burns, Frankie Louvu, very underrated. Derek Brown, Shaq Thompson, Deion Jones, Von Bell, Jeremy Chin. I want Jeremy Chin to be the starter over Von Bell. Dante Jackson, J.C. Horn, Troy Hill. Specialist, what do we have? I want Miles Sanders starting at all positions. I'll have Laviska Shenault in the slots. Frankie Louvu, Shaq Thompson, Brian Burns, Jeremy Chin. I don't want him playing in the slot. I'd rather have Troy. I'd rather have Shaquille Griffin. I want Jeremy Chin to be the starting strong safety for me. But other than that, worst team in the league. No trades, no free agency, just the draft. Let's see how we do at the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, as we are 4-2, top of the division. Very good starting record. Scouting national focus. I think this team needs a receiver for Bryce Young, other than Jonathan Mingo, of course. I mean, Adam Thielen's getting old. Hayden Hurst, he's on the older side. He was a 25-year-old rookie that the Ravens picked in the first round. Brian Burns doesn't want to be here. He doesn't like our scheme. I'm not changing it. We're successful so far with this scheme. I'm not going to change it. I'll just pay him. Jeremy Chin doesn't like the scheme. Maybe I should reconsider, but still, I'm going to pay him more. He doesn't like that either. Deion Jones, not interested in. Frankie Louvu, he doesn't want state income tax. I can't do anything about that. It depends how he plays. If he gets a dev up, I'll probably give him a contract. How much does he currently want? I would have to pay him a lot more money. I'd have to pay him somewhere around $14 million a year. Laviska Shenault, not really interested in. Same thing with DJ Chark, Chris Wormley, CJ Henderson, who's a bust, Yatir Gross-Matos, and everyone else there, not really interested in. Only really care about Jeremy Chin there. But apart from that, let's move into the playoffs. 11-6, second in the division. Somehow the Saints went 13-4, but I hate how the playoff system works. A team that's 9-8 and is not better than us is apparently home field advantage. It's stupid how the division works, but we beat the Buccaneers week 18. Bryce Young had a good rookie year in this simulation. 27th best offense, though, 9th best defense. I don't know how that works, but 3,600 yards, 31 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, 104 pass rating is a great rookie season for Bryce Young. Fortunately, it's not like that in real life. Miles Sanders had a lot of attempts, which I don't really like, considering he only got 3.5 average, but he did have 11 touchdowns, mainly because of his attempts. Jonathan Mingo, 10 touchdowns, 1,300 yards as a rookie is great. That's probably going to get superstar dev, which is huge for our developments. Shaq Thompson, 122 tackles for a loss, 20 for Brian Burns, sacks, 18.5 for Frankie Louvu. He needs to be re-signed. Brian Burns with 12 sacks. Interceptions, 4 for J.C. Horn. He's been a standout. Safeties, 2 for Frankie Louvu. Defensive touchdowns, 1 for Shaquille Griffin. Yeah, Frankie Louvu completely balled out on us. I cannot neglect him. Anyways, let's see what we got against the Green Bay Packers to move on to the divisional round. And our defense allows 37 points. That's crazy. Anyways, let's move into the offseason. And the Ravens beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl MVP and the league MVP and the Offensive Player of the Year. Frankie Louvu wins Defensive Player of the Year. And another thing in Madden that I think is stupid, if you win Defensive Player in real life, you would immediately get an X Factor. Like, let's be real, you're getting an X Factor. In Madden, that's not the way it works. It's the dumbest thing ever, but I might change it. I might just change it. But Panthers are NFC South. Calais Campbell retires for the Atlanta Falcons. If you guys can hate me in the comments all you want, if you win Defensive Player of the Year in real life, you're gonna get it. You will get it in Madden. There will be no debate about it. I'm giving Frankie Louvu X Factor. Oh, you're cheating, Vic. You're cheating. Think about it. Use your brain. Think of any defensive player of the year or any offensive player of the year. Were they ever below an X Factor in Madden? No. They weren't. They weren't ever below that. Oh, you're cheating, Vic. Going from normal to star after winning Defensive Player of the Year is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Madden will never fix their game. EA will never do anything about it. I'm doing something about it. The reason why they allow you to edit players and edit so many things in franchise is because they can't do it correctly. So they allow you to go in and fix the game. So for those guys saying, oh, you're cheating, Vic, you're cheating. I'm not cheating. I'm playing realistically because this is a realistic rebuild, but with draft only. So Bryce Young, superstar dev. Jonathan Mingo goes from star to superstar for getting a really, really good rookie season. Hayden Hurst gets star dev, but he's aging, so I don't really care. Defensively, Frankie Louvu, I obviously moved to X Factor. Brian Burns, superstar X Factor as well. And then anything else here? No other upgrades. That's fine with me. Some players I do want to cut. Shaq Thompson, he had a good year, but his contract is expensive. I don't really need Xavier Woods. But anyways, let's move into the re-signings. For the re-signings, JC Horn wants to be here. I kind of just want to give him his contract since he has an interest with the team. I'm going to offer Jeremy Chin a very player-friendly deal. He re-signs. Frankie Louvu, he has to come back, just won Defensive Player of the Year. Now I have to pay him $18 million a year instead of $14 million a year. Don't want Chenault, DJ Chark, Chris Wormley. I'm not going to pay JC Horn right now just because I want to pay him later in the future. And of course, we can't use free agency or trades, just draft only, so let's move into it. In the second round, because we don't have a first round pick, I didn't really like the receivers that were on the board. So I'm picking up tight end Keith McIntosh out of Colorado, 6'5", 251. Normal dev sucks, but pretty athletic for his size. A, catch in traffic, B, pass blocking, B, run blocking, B, short route. He's going to replace Hayden Hurst. In the third round, I'm trying to fix Bryce Young's offensive line situation. Left guard Calvin Harris out of Louisville, 6'2", 304, hidden dev, 86 strength, A's across the board. And in the fourth round, I'm picking up defensive back Darius Watson out of UCLA, 5'11", hidden dev. How are you 5'11" with only 88 speed, 90 acceleration? He had A catching to A tackle, that's why I took him, and he had an elite agility as well. 97 change of direction is crazy for a fourth round pick, but it doesn't seem horrible. And in the late fifth round, I'm getting a different tight end here with hidden dev. I don't know who to start now because I used a second round pick on one. Now I'm using a fifth round pick. He has hidden dev out of Oklahoma, 6'2", 254, 85 speed, 88 acceleration. Seems very similar to the other guy. Now this is the overlook of the team moving into the next season. I'm going to be starting Harris because he's already 74 overall. I'm going to cut Hayden Hurst just because I don't want his contract. He's old. There's no benefit to that. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money that I'm going to be losing if I cut him. McIntosh was the guy that I picked in the later rounds. I'm going to start him. I picked a guy in the fifth round, a tight end in the fifth round with a hidden dev, but he's obviously not that high of an overall. I'm not cutting Tommy Tremble. There's no benefit to doing that. Hayden Hurst's contract is awful, and I can't trade it away because I can't trade. So McIntosh is going to be the starter for now. Tremble is going to be the fullback. I should have picked a halfback in the second round now that I think about it. That's really awful that I guess stick with Miles Sanders for right now. Jonathan Mingo is moving back to the 1. Can I cut Adam Thielen? He's 34, dude. He's so... $14 million? What are you paying these people? My God. These contracts are so bad. Xavier Woods, I don't want you. I'll save $1 million. I'll put Jeremy Chin or Von Bell at that position. Jeremy Chin's there. Let's put Von Bell as strong safety. Is Jeremy Chin technically a free safety? He's a strong safety, but... it is what it is for now. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not even going to try and fight Madden about it, but that's what I got. Watson's a 71 overall for a fourth round pick. That's actually really good. I'm going to put him in the slot and then put Terrence Marshall in the slot here. Move Miles Sanders up. And apart from that, Von Bell, I don't want you to be my sub linebacker. Our edge rushers are good. That's an upside. Our receivers still suck, but I drafted a tight end in the second round because, of course, we didn't have a first round pick, which really makes this a hard rebuild, but let's move in. It's the midseason mark. 2-5. All right. Team just sucks now. This happens in every rebuild. Year number 2, the team is just garbage for no reason. The creators of Madden never give you any good reason. Strength of the class this year is wide receiver, thankfully. They're just like, yeah, your team sucks, and you can't do anything about it. And right now I'm using Dallas offense and then the, the Carolina defense because someone told me that's good. Everyone tells me certain playbooks are good. They're not. They're total liars. But what seems to win me games is the Las Vegas playbook with the Buffalo defense. It wins me games, but my offense isn't that good anymore because of it. No, because that's a running scheme, so I can't do that. I want to be in a passing scheme, focusing on my tight end. That has to be a Kansas City playbook. Kansas City, Buffalo defense. We're going to rock out with that and see how that works. And then go from there. Hopefully my tight end wins Rookie of the Year, and then Bryce Young has a new target for him. $99 million to spend. JC Horn, I want to take this now. He resigns with the team. Derek Brown, high interest with the team. Super Bowl chase, absolutely not. But he resigns with the team. Got to resign him before he changes his mind. Dante Jackson, I'll let his contract goes down as he regresses, so I'll boost his bonus, give him a 1-year deal. Austin Corbett, I wouldn't mind for the rest of the rebuild, honestly. He's 28. Regression starts at like 31, I think, for Lyman. He doesn't want to resign for some reason. Shaq Thompson, I'm really not interested in. He's just 30. Like, a 1-year deal would not be bad. I'll do this. Up in years, no, I'm not going to do that. Chuba Hubbard, not really crazy. I can replace him. Xavier Woods, didn't I just cut you? I literally just cut you and the AI signs you. That's so frustrating. Terrence Marshall, no. Tommy Tremble, just, it's not a need necessarily. That's so frustrating, dude. I cut you for a reason. Don't come back on the team. It's so stupid. I have autofill roster on, but I don't have auto adjust roster on. So now he's just a depth player and he's not even... The AI signed him, but he's not even playing. So dumb. Anyways, apart from that, let's move into the playoffs. Finishing 6-11, you can't have you can never ever have nice things in Madden. That's just how it works. Bryce Young, mid, 25th best offense, doesn't give me an explanation why. 19th best defense. I wish it would tell you like this player is underperforming or this is not doing well. It just says, good luck, you'll figure it out. Bryce Young, 3,700 yards, 27 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 93 pass rating. Miles Sanders, he sucks. Jonathan Mingo, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns for Terrence Marshall, 3 for Keith McIntosh, but only 800 yards. Wish I started the Kansas City playbook sooner. Shaq Thompson, 140 tackles, but again, I don't want to keep him for long. Tackles for loss, 18 for Frankie Louvu. Sacks, 13 for Frankie Louvu, 9.5 for Derek Brown, 9 for Brian Burns. 3 interceptions for Shaq Thompson. Safeties on team, 0 defensive touchdowns, 0. Shaq Thompson's 31 now, so I still want to do a 1-year contract. Let's see if he accepts it and move into the offseason. And the Ravens once again beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott this time wins the league MVP and the Offensive Player of the Year. No awards here for the Carolina Panthers. Was really hoping McIntosh would get Rookie of the Year. 2024 retirements. Let's see what we have for the NFC South. We are going to have Andy Dalton, Adam Thielen, thankfully he retires and that garbage contract is off my team. And then I don't want to go to managed team. Please don't do this. EA, why do you always adjust every little thing every single year? They adjust the little things that piss me off. But Harris has star dev. That's fine. McIntosh doesn't go up, which really sucks. Hayden Hurst, I really want to cut. Defensively, what do we have? Anything else? Shaq Thompson's a superstar. Johnson is a star. Jeremy Chin's a superstar. Watson is a superstar for a 4th-round pick. That's amazing. DJ Johnson's 26. Still would look for his replacement overall. He's only a 72 overall. But finding that in the draft is going to be difficult. Let's move into the re-signings. If you guys have made it this far in the video, make sure you like and or subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video. But Ika Bakwanu, I am going to accept the 5th-year option. Austin Corbett, I'm just going to give you player friendly. Let's see if you like that. 4 years, a little bit more money, so you stay. And then Chuba Hubbard, no. Shaq Thompson, you just got superstar dev, so I'll increase your bonus so that way you stay here for another year. But other than that, I'm not going to take you. He resigns. Chuba Hubbard, no. Xavier Woods, no. Everyone else here, no. I kind of like Tommy Tremble. Again, I just don't need him. Free agency, of course, that's not for us. Let's move into the draft. With pick number 8 in the draft, I'm picking up a wide receiver out of TCU, 6'5", 220 with 93 speed, 91 acceleration, 96 jumping, hidden dev, Damian Montage, or Montague. I'm an idiot, but A, catch in traffic, A, spec catch, B, catching, B, release, B, awareness. He looks great. And in the 6th round, free safety, Dave Whitfield out of Pittsburgh, 6'2", 219, only 87 speed and 88 acceleration, hidden dev. He was a post-UDFA, but B hit power, B pursuit, and of course, I can't sign free agents, so I might as well take him in the draft. Now, this is the team moving into year number 3. Damian is going to be the number 1 just because he's 6'5". He is a monster of a height. I wish I could get more free agency receivers, but again, I can't. I got this guy in the later rounds. I'm going to start him over Miles Sanders because Miles Sanders sucks. And then Hayden Hurst. Can I please finally cut you, dude? Yes, save 4 million. Get off my team. Anyways, Ellisworth had star dev. He was only a 70 overall. So we find out his dev a year later. But honestly, the team doesn't look horrible. It's just, again, the development problem that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Whitfield is a 65 overall. Von Bell, I'm just not really interested in having him here, but I heard it's not bad to have depth safeties for simulation. It was a hit of a pick for Watson. The D-line looks great. It's good to have depth defensive tackles, but there hasn't really been much of a strong defensive tackle class. So this is what we're going to have to work with. Weaver, Bethel. This isn't really a good running back. My running back core sucks. It's so bad. I'm going to put Watson in the slot here over Von Bell. Von Bell shouldn't be. I wouldn't mind Von Bell. And yeah, I wouldn't mind Von Bell there. Anyways, year number 3. Hopefully we do a lot better here. Not a horrible team, not a great team either, but let's move into the midseason. Year number 3 midseason mark. We are 6-1, top of the division. We have a breakout quarterback challenge, which would be great for the team. So let's see what we have here for Bryce Young. It will hopefully result in a 400-yard or 4 passing touchdown game against the division rivals, the Atlanta Falcons. We have a tandem breakout as well. Might as well just earn the XP for that while we're here. So let's just challenge Jonathan Mingo. Oh, he's been outplayed by our new 6'5" receiver. So let's see what he likes to do. We'll give him a little bit more XP. He's like a yapper, like Jerron Morton from my Tokyo Dragons franchise series. Go check that out if you haven't. Anyways, let's see what we have. Scouting national focus. What do I want? Middle linebacker? Probably. Kind of want to do middle linebacker because Shaq Thompson, just for that one sole reason. I still need a receiver. Another receiver 3 for slot would be really nice, even if they're in later rounds. Scouting national focus. Not scouting, I mean, re-signings. I'll just keep Dante Jackson for the rest of the rebuild. You know, might as well. Don't really have anyone else. Shaq Thompson, honestly, same deal. Might as well just keep him at this point. Von Bell. I have so much money that I'll just keep these depth players because I'm not going to be able to use in free agency. Taylor Moton I want back. I'm just going to have to sign a lot of people back. Don't want you. Don't want you. You. Don't want anyone here, really. I need a kicker. I'll just pay you extra. My bad. Sorry about that. Anyways, I got a kicker. Don't really need Bradley Bozeman. Of course, I'm going to accept the 5th-year option on Bryce Young, but we're going to be going into our 4th and final year. I only have 4 years to rebuild the team. But anyways, 6-1, really strong start. Let's see if Bryce Young can get that breakout challenge against the Atlanta Falcons. Let's see what we have. We have a 20-12 win. He definitely didn't get that, but let's see our breakout challenge and the tandem breakout challenge. He has... don't lose sleep over it. So if Jonathan Mingo didn't get enough yards, Bryce Young definitely didn't get enough yards with only 20 points scored. So let's move into the playoffs. 12-5, top of the division, first round bye at 12-5, coming off a loss to the Buccaneers. Doesn't seem to matter. Offensive rushing game is 29th. How's our defensive rushing game in the mids and not the greens? But Bryce Young balling out. Wish there was more total touchdowns. But 9th best passing yard, 3rd best passing defense. Well, not passing. 9th best offense, 3rd best defense. God. Bryce Young, 4,400 yards, 28 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, 106 pass rating. Hopefully he has more rushing touchdowns. He has, total of 30 touchdowns on the year. Duvon, yeah, whatever. He's just as good as Miles Sanders. Keith McIntosh, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns, 99 receptions. That better be start av. Damian, 8 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Great rookie season. Jonathan Mingo still did good overall. Only 3 touchdowns, though. Defensively, looking into it, Shaq Thompson, 106 tackles for a loss, 19 for Frankie Louvu, sacks 14.5 for Brian Burns, 10 for Frankie Louvu, 7 for Derek Brown, interceptions, 7 for J.C. Horn. That has to be an X factor. Safety, 0 defensive touchdowns, 1 for Dante Jackson, and Austin Ham, the 2nd-string middle linebacker. So J.C. Horn and also my tight end should both get upgrades. Let's see what we have in the divisional round. Of course, I don't play the divisional rounds unless it's the 4th and final year and we haven't done anything. We're 12-5. Here to face the 9-8 Seattle Seahawks. Let's see if we can beat them. And we do. 24-21. Here to face the 11-6 Philadelphia Eagles. We're 5 overalls lower than them, but I've seen it happen multiple times where I get screwed over by way low overall teams. So let's see if we can beat them. Here we are against the Eagles. We're going to start out with 7. They started with the ball first 2. We're going to punt. They're going to put 3 on the board. We're going to respond with 7. Second quarter. We're going to finish the half. 21-3. Really nice start for the team. 24-3. I wish there was a way to just tell the simulation to run the clock out and finish the game, but there isn't. But either way, doesn't matter. 31-17 as we beat the Eagles and this 83 overall Panthers team. Bryce Young getting 375 yards and 3 touchdowns to move on to the Super Bowl. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the 12-5 Buffalo Bills to hand them their 5th Super Bowl loss. Let's see if there is any team upgrades. Offensively, it looks like Damian only has start av. McIntosh does get an upgrade. That's awesome to see. Defensively, JC Horn goes to X Factor. That's sick. Whitfield only has start av. That's fine. He was a 6th-round pick post-UDFA projection. But anyways, let's see what we got here against the Buffalo Bills and year number 3 with a Super Bowl win. Here we are against the Bills playing in our division rivals stadium. Bills are going to score first with 3 points. Then we're going to respond with 7. They're going to respond with nothing. And then we're going to respond with nothing. Then they respond with 7. 14-10. Third quarter, 21-10. Defense is carrying so hard right now. 24-10. Come on, 27-10. That's going to be that. Defense carried hard there. 27-10 against the Buffalo Bills, handing them their 5th Super Bowl loss as the draft-only rebuild is successful. But stay tuned. We still have one more year to go. Let's see if we can get 2 Super Bowls. Bryce Young wins the Super Bowl MVP, and really, no Rookie of the Year for Damian, which is what I was really hoping for. We've already seen the team upgrades. Let's see the retirements. I would assume some players on our team would retire after a Super Bowl win. Nobody does. Okay, that's surprising. I thought maybe Shaq Thompson would. But anyways, apart from that, let's move into the re-signings. For the players ready to negotiate, I'll just accept Bryce Young's deal. There's no reason not to. Don't really need any of these guys. I'll just sign Bradley Bozeman just in case I don't get a center in the draft. He wants to play for a new team. Never mind. $106 million that I can't spend because, of course, we can't use free agency. Let's move in to the 4th and final year in the draft. In the 1st round, picking up another wide receiver for Bryce Young. Nico Roman out of LSU, 6'3", 201 pounds, hidden dev, 89 speed, 90 acceleration. A's and B's across the board. He looks solid. In the 2nd round, picking up a new center for Bryce Young, Joey Clinton out of Notre Dame, 6'4", 310, 85 strength, 85 acceleration, hidden dev, A's across the board. In the 3rd round, picking up defensive tackle Sam Huggins out of West Virginia, 6'3", 300 pounds, 86 strength, 79 acceleration, hidden dev. Only picked him because he had A finesse moves for a 3rd round pick. He seems pretty good. Now this is the team moving into the 4th and final year. Miles Sanders has completely regressed into the ground. I wish I got a better receiver earlier on. Gonna move Damian still to the number 1. Romans is 76 overall. That's a really good rookie starting overall. Very young, youthful team. A 10-year rebuild of this would be sick. Huggins is only a star dev, potentially. Actually, I don't know. Of course, he's hidden dev. I don't know why I said that. I meant to say he's only a 66 overall. Still, not horrible. The defensive, the linebacking core blows. Free safety. Like, not even the best team, but this team somehow won a Super Bowl, I would probably say, because X Factor to DB and 2 X Factor edge rushers would definitely help a lot. But anyways, apart from that, year number 4, 4th and final season, draft-only rebuild has already been successful. Let's see if we can win another Super Bowl and move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, 15-2, top the division. Look at the team ranks. Everything's green except the rushing game because I didn't draft a good running back. Stats and awards, Bryce Young, baller, 8th best offense in the NFL. Defensively, best defense in the NFL. Bryce Young, runner-up for league MVP, as he has 4,200 yards, 37 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, 121 passer rating is amazing. Duvon, his average sucks, but 10 touchdowns, 1,000 yards is nice. But Keith McIntosh, 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. Jonathan Mingo, 5 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Nico Roman, the rookie, 10 touchdowns, 931 yards. Looking at it defensively, Shaq Thompson, 115 tackles for a loss, 16 for Brian Burns, sacks, 18.5 for Brian Burns, 17 for Frankie Louvu, he's been a beast, and 11 for Derek Brown. Interceptions, 5 for JC Horn, he's also been a beast. Safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, this is the 4th and final year. Let's see if this 15-2 team can lose in the divisional round, which I've seen happen a lot. I'll create a mega good 17-0 team. They'll just lose in the divisional round. See if we can beat the Vikings to move into our back-to-back conference championships. We don't. This is just how EA works. Can't really do much about it. But yeah, that's going to be the rebuild, as the draft-only rebuild was successful because we did win the Super Bowl in year number 3, thankfully. 15-2 season obviously means nothing to Madden simulation. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you like and or subscribe if you guys did enjoy the video. And apart from that, guys, I'll see you guys all in the next one.